All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 147-pound division where some confusion reigns. Devin Haney says that he wants to fight Romero next, while Romero is rumored to have the biggest fight of his life planned at the same time that Devin wants to fight him. Also, we're going to talk about why Devin Haney wants Rolly and not Ryan Garcia. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, we're going to be in the 147-pound division. And I promise you this is going to be a very fun video because Romero is rumored to be fighting Manny Pacquiao next. That a fight card is getting arranged, which includes a lot of very, very good fights, I am told. But then two pieces of announcement came out that I thought were correlated to this and very interesting. One is that Devin Haney all of a sudden wants to fight Romero next and isn't really trying to push to get the fight with Ryan Garcia next. Wonder why that would be. Well, the second bit of information that had come out, and this is from a very solid source, that the PIF, or the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia, is getting a little bit tired of throwing a bunch of money away in boxing. And since they have a big project going on with EA Sports, that they are looking to peel back the amount of spending that they do on boxing. That makes a lot of sense to me. And why Ryan wouldn't be on the target for Devin next, but Romero would. Why is that? Because somebody got to pay for the fight. Now, before I get into the details, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for what you do. And thank you to everybody that hypes the video. And thank you for the huge $25 holler we got in the super chat in another video. That is 2,500 views. Thank you so much. Because the way those work is $1 worth 100, $10 is worth 1,000. So thank you so much for that huge support. But let's get into this because, oh man, beggars can't be choosers. Beggars can't be choosers, beggars can't be choosers, beggars can't be choosers. Devin Haney and Bill Haney say they want Romero. That's who we want. We want Romero. Obviously, you want Romero because you probably think that Romero is the easiest out at 147 after the win that Devin Haney had over Brian Norman. So, but also that's what my original thought was, like, okay, he wants to fight Rolly. So, because he thinks that Rolly is the weak link. A lot of people think Romero is a weak link in that division. I'm starting to be more and more a believer in Rolly, especially after Rolly's fight after he changed trainers from Coach Bullet, got a more, I can't remember the name of his trainer, but he switched his trainers and he's just been looking a lot more solid. So it's not that I wouldn't mind seeing the Devin Haney Romero fight because, you know, we know what that would look like though. It's going to look like touch. Devin's going to touch him about 7 times around and then he's going to push out and then move around for the rest of the round. That's probably what's going to happen in that particular fight. But the reason I'm laughing at is I don't think it's going to happen because of the fact that but Rolly is already supposed to be on a card that could include Manny, Thurman, Fundora, and Gary Antoine Russell could possibly be on that card. But at the end of the day, man, I don't think Devin's going to get that fight. What I think is going to happen is that Devin is probably going to get fed to the wolves over there at rehab season, especially if these guys are running out of money. Because the report on Turkey Al-Sheikh is that because they're spending all this money on EA Sports, that, and I don't know if any of you guys if you've never been involved with software development, you'll know that, man, they are done based on project plans. And you have a project plan. There's a lot of different dependencies, a lot of things on that, a lot of people working on those things, and the costs on those particular ventures, especially if you're trying to revamp something like the EA Sports entire video catalog. That's a very, very, very expensive endeavor. And it's also a more profitable endeavor, I think, for Saudi Arabia than they're going to get out of the boxing matches themselves. The boxing matches that these guys are putting on are really just burning through these people's money. Like, I've got my own personal issues with the way the fights were getting made and the treatment of American fighters by Turkey Al-Sheikh and the funding of a lot of nonsense going on on YouTube and in the boxing communities. That stuff aside, if you invest your money, and if Mohammed bin Salman is investing that amount of money, they deserve some type of return on investment, provided the things that they're investing in are, above board type of things. But they deserve to get some type of return on their investment. And the things that they're doing in boxing is just not pushing the needle at all. And in fact, what they're probably doing is just driving people away from the sport, because they're putting it so firmly behind these paywalls. Now, another reason to believe that these guys are running out of money is the fact that they keep charging for pay-per-views. It's not like these guys are ever keeping their promise as far as saying, okay, yeah, we're going to put these fights on pay-per-view. It's going to be, there's no more pay-per-view. Pay-per-view's dead. They have tried to do that. Every time they've tried to do it, they failed. And the reason that is because they don't have enough bandwidth on DAZN to reach people and they don't have enough subscription base to be able to fund the amount of money that Turkey Al-Sheikh is paying these fighters. And the reason that they were paying these fighters all this money was to compete with other promoters and get those fighters away from those promoters. Well, they did the first step. They competed against promoters. They competed against managers by overpaying. Now it's time for these guys to turn a product, and they realize that they don't know how to actually sell the product. And that could be because they didn't actually get to the stage where they are organically. They got it by just trying to throw a ton of money at a problem. And eventually they were going to stop throwing that type of money at that problem. Devin Haney is at the later portion of his career. Despite all of the bombs that's been thrown at the PBC is still there, still putting on fights, unlike where Top Rank is right now and the other American promotional companies. So, it's just a very, very interesting thing, man. I don't think Devin's going to get that fight, or if he does get that fight, he's probably going to have to wind up dealing with the PBC at a point in time. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.